Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we're going to talk about Mr. Sean Diddy Combs. So I want to say this to you. Do you guys realize that Sean Diddy Combs is officially now a billionaire? When Forbes did that report on Diddy saying that Diddy was a billionaire back in late 2022, he wasn't a billionaire at that point, but he's now officially a billionaire for the past couple of months. Let me explain. Now, if you guys remember, when I told you all that Diddy was not granted the cannabis license, remember that video that I did that blew up because it made a lot of sense. And if you have been observing, they haven't just now been trying to take down Sean Diddy Combs, and it's not the Cassie Ventura lawsuit that triggered this effect. It did help, and it did help significantly, but they've been trying to take down this man secretly for the past couple of years. Let me explain. So basically, when Sean Diddy Combs applied for the cannabis license, right? He wanted to invest $185 million to get the license. He was working with two pharmaceutical companies that would be pushing his cannabis products across all states, right? Jay-Z has his cannabis license, but he's limited to what states he can sell his cannabis license in. I want you guys to take note of this because it's very important. Jay-Z cannabis is limited. Diddy saw an opportunity and he wanted to take this opportunity. He wanted to invest $185 million and he was working with two pharmaceutical companies. With these two pharmaceutical companies that he was working with, he could have sold his cannabis throughout all states. It would have been single-handedly the nation's largest black business in history. When Diddy's telling us that, his takedown is, a part of color, he's partially correct. Not dismissing the allegations against him, not dismissing the crimes that he has committed, but Diddy knows something that he's not telling us, right? That he wants to tell the judge and he wants to expose his handlers in all of this. So what that thing is, Sean Diddy Combs was going to, control the market. He was going to do better than Jay-Z. He would be in areas that Jay-Z would dream of being, right? Already we saw, if not earlier this year, late last year, Jay-Z had some charges against him for basically smuggling his cannabis cross-state because he was pushing it and transporting his cannabis in ways in which he was not approved to do so. This is where the envy came in from Jay-Z to Sean Diddy Combs. This is why Jay-Z is so silent, I believe. This is why we're not seeing Jay-Z coming to Sean Diddy Combs' rescue. And even Suge Knight is calling out Jay-Z saying, why is it that you're so silent? Why is it that you're not saying anything about the takedown of Sean Diddy Combs? You need to step up front and say something. But it's given the sense that Jay-Z played his part in the takedown of Sean Diddy Combs. No. Let's get into this and let's tie this thing together. So, Diddy was denied his cannabis license because when he signed up with the two pharmaceutical companies, one of the pharmaceutical companies lied to him. That company told him that they were worth over $1 billion. And Sean Diddy Combs found out that the company did not even worth $500 million. When he signed up, all his form and he was supposed to get his, business regularized and everything, you had to pass some money under the table. And I want to encourage you guys, go back and watch that video. Okay? I did that video. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post it on my community tab. That video has a lot more explanation in it. No. He was to pass some money under the table to get his cannabis license, and then they would kick off business. The people at the company that was supposed to grant him his cannabis license, they said, we cannot grant you your cannabis license because this pharmaceutical company that is telling you that they are worth over $1 billion, they're not even worth $500 million. The company was worth only like $200 and something thousand because they were going into bankruptcy and they cleared bankruptcy shortly after that. So there was a lot of cover up and, backstabbing in Sean Diddy Combs and his attaining his cannabis license. There was just, you could actually see the play when you read the article. You could see that there were bigger hands at play saying, do not give this to him. The people who recommended the two pharmaceutical companies to him, I don't know who did that, because if he had done his own checks, he would see that the major pharmaceutical company that would get him across state, they were going out of business. So it was a major setup from front to back. No, that business fell through. He did not get his cannabis license. We could see that they started to sabotage Diddy back in 22. Going to Diageo, he called out Diageo saying that they were lowballing him because they were just pushing his alcohol brand in urban communities. They weren't pushing it in the upper states. And he's right. And also knowing that when Diddy started partnering with Diageo, they were just moving like a couple thousand cases annually, maybe 200 cases annually, right? Or 200,000 cases annually. But Diddy took them from a very low number to pushing over like hundreds of thousands of cases, like close to 1 million cases each year. There were some cases where he would, help the community. He would help the brand to go into even unknown communities, unknown territories, because he had that, according to him, swag, which he did. He knew how to do his promotion and to connect with people. So he basically boosted their marketing by over 80%. And it's proven. The number is there. You can do your own checks. It is proven, right? So when he took them to court and he was calling out racism and all of that, he was right. And then Diageo paid him off because the judge is saying, yes, you guys are definitely blackballing this man. You're lowballing this man. So Diageo had to pay him off. He got his payoff from Revolt TV. Then Diddy became a billionaire after he got the payoff from Diageo and Revolt TV after they paid him for his shares. He sold majority of his shares. He still has shares in Revolt TV, but it's a small amount. So Diddy is wealthier than ever since his cancellation because of the settlement from Diageo and because of selling majority shares in Revolt TV. So when he went into court and the judge was like, no, you have too much money for me to give you bail. It's because the judge was seeing that Diddy was still worth over $1 billion. So the judge knows as well that money is power, right? People say power is power, money is power. Money talks, bullshit walks. So she knew that Diddy had more than enough money to take him out of the United States and to live in any other country that he wanted to. So, and as such, that is why Sean Diddy Combs was denied bail. He's officially a billionaire. The feds are examining how they can go in, seize his assets. So they have to build a case against him in order to seize his assets, seize his bank accounts. They're going to take back all of that money from him because some people are still scared of Diddy because he has good money. He has information on them. So he still has good power. He still has really good power. And this is why Candace Owens made it clear that Sean Diddy Combs did not delete himself because he is sending a message to his handlers. He's letting them know he's going to take that stand. And when he says that it's just a system trying to take down a black man, he's not wrong. He's partially correct. Not saying that, he doesn't have other crimes because we saw that video of him putting hands and feet on Cassie Ventura. But if you examine all the details for the past 3 years on Sean Diddy Combs, I heard you guys examining the details on Sean Diddy Combs for the past 3 years. You're going to see a lot of crime. You're going to see a lot of corruption and you're going to see a lot of backstabbing against this man. And I'm wondering, is it that he was aware? Is it that he saw it and he thought that everything was under control? Or is it that what was made obvious to us was a big distraction and something bigger was going on behind the scenes? Many say, again, Cassie Ventura lawsuit is that lawsuit. Sean Diddy Combs know that it's not that lawsuit from Ventura either. It's bigger power at play. It's bigger heads at play. It's that man that always stands behind Sean Diddy Combs. It's that other Sean who doesn't want to see a black man bigger than him. How dare Sean Diddy Combs be bigger than him? If Sean Diddy Combs had gotten that cannabis license, he would be literally untouchable by this time. If he had gotten that cannabis license, he would have been the biggest thing besides you that the United States has ever seen. But they don't allow black men to be that successful and get away with it. They don't allow black communities to be that successful in America and get away with it. And this is not no story. This is not no facade. History is there to prove this. We had Black Wall Street, Black business, Black e-commerce. All of it was destroyed. You can check your history. And Homeland Security is dirty. I'm going to tell you that. And if you think Homeland Security is clean and this, do your own checks, do your own research. The only thing is that they're good at covering their ass. They're good at covering the people's ass that they're instructed to cover. But this game, it's bigger than Ventura. It's bigger than you and I. It goes way above Clive Davis. Way above Clive Davis. And the people that are at the helm of this are not people that we ever see out there. We don't see these people. We don't see these people. Very few of us might even heard some of these names before, but this thing is very big. And if you're a black man or a black woman that lives in a country like America, I want you to make note of this. Teach this to your children, and tell them to teach it to their children's children. If you realize that you've walked the straight and narrow path to become a billionaire, don't say to yourself, well, I did not do what Sean Diddy Combs did. Well, I did not do what Kanye West did, so me and my family should be okay. No, they're going to find every single excuse and everything that they can use to their advantage to take you down. And it's all envy. There should not be a ripple effect in this case, a positive ripple effect to build a black community together. So when Sean Diddy Combs say this is partially racially motivated, and when he says it's racially motivated, don't dismiss that. Do not dismiss that. And you guys need to go back and watch Candace Owens. Watch that video that Candace Owens tells us about the hip-hop industry. If you have never watched Boondocks, go back and watch Boondocks, because Boondocks is an Adult Swim comedy, but it makes sense. Boondocks had so many truths in it that is now coming to light. If you've never seen it, I want you to see it. And we all need to take notes. Literally take notes of what is going on, and we need to share it, talk about it as much as we can. We need to emphasize the fact that there are bigger plays ahead in this game. It's bigger than Sean Diddy Combs. It's bigger than Clive Davis. It's bigger than the music industry. It's the people that stands way above that. Yes. And that's all I have to share about that. Let me know what are your thoughts. Remember, thumbs up, subscribe, stay safe, stay sweet, and see you guys later. Bye, guys.